Joy Reid of MS13 DNC has been fired. And the $1 million question is, who's going to replace her? What does this mean for the network going forward? Let's talk about it. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Joy Reid of MS13 DNC being fired by the network. Now, her show, The Readout, had been a quote-unquote fixture on MS13 DNC, MSNBC, whatever you want to call it, for the past 5 years. Now, they say the ratings are not really good. How do kids say? The money is not moneying. So they went ahead and let her go. I say, good riddance. It's about time. Sayonara, auf Wiedersehen. However I can say goodbye in all of the world's languages, I can say it right now. This is a good decision in my humble opinion. And also, furthermore, if I was in control of things over at MSNBC, I would overhaul the entire network. I would get rid of the anti-Trump people because I guess that was popular during Biden's time, during the scamdemic and stuff like that. But those people are extinct, going the way of the dodo bird. Nobody wants to hear from them anymore. I will bring in more moderate Democrats like a Bill Maher, a Joe Rogan. I will bring in some of those kind of people rather than extremists like Joy Reid. Now, before I go any further into it, we got some articles and whatnot. Here's a newspaper cover from New York Post, MSNBC. I like that. For this instance, MSNBC, I like that. I like to call them MS13 DNC all the time, but this makes sense in this instance. Below that, it says network dumps fiery anti-Trump fixture Joy Reid in major overhaul amid flagging ratings. Like I said, the ratings are bad. The money's not doing what it's supposed to do. You're out of the door. Okay. The next one, this is going to be New York Times. Joy Reid's MSNBC show canceled and major shakeup. Miss Reid's 7 p.m. program will be replaced by a panel show co-hosted by Simone Sanders Townsend, Alicia Mendez, and Michael Steele. Now, this panel show might do better than hers because on the panel shows, what they get is a lot of debate, that the fiery kind of podcast-like debate. So that's going to be better for clicks and views than her show. All she would do is get on there and just read from the teleprompter and bring on guests. It was a snooze fest. I mean, look, if you have a problem sleeping, you have some kind of issue, your brain just can't go to sleep, turn her show on and you'll be asleep like a newborn baby in the swaddle. Okay, a Google Gaga, you'll be asleep just like that by watching her show. Now, let's get into a few clips here. Okay. This is an example of what you're going to see if for some reason you torture yourself and watch MSNBC. This is going to be a sample. In this clip, you're going to have Simone Sanders Townsend. She got married. That's funny. And also Michael Steele. And by the way, Michael Steele used to be the chair of the RNC, not DNC, the Republican National Committee. Things changed. I guess maybe the Orange Man blue pilled him back to the Democratic plantation. I don't really know, but let's watch. And of course, this video and all others will be in the box. If you're on IG, visit the link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
What would you have us do?
I would actually, you know what? I'd just like you to show that you give a damn, that you got a little emotion about the fact that people are losing their jobs indiscriminately, that this individual sitting down the 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue has given absolute power to one man who brings his son into the Oval Office, whose son says to him, "You're not the president. You shouldn't be in that chair." Now, where did he get that from?
Little sassy, Michael. Little sassy. All this, you're a little sassy. I need you to stand up right and keep your masculine frame. That DC sassiness is oozing out of you right now, boss.
He got it from his daddy, because that's what his daddy thinks is the man who brought him into the Oval Office. So I just like to see somebody wake the hell up and get excited.
Now, is that Alicia Mendez? Is that her right there? Y'all let me know. If that's her, that's hilarious. You got to have the white moderator, so it's kind of like the sports shows. Anyway, I'm getting a little bit too deep. Let me stop.
About the fact that your country is under assault. They're not at the gate anymore. They're in your bedrooms. They're in your living rooms. They're in your businesses. They got your data, dumbass. They got all your stuff. Elon Musk has his tentacles in everything you're doing, not just off of X, but now he's in the Treasury Department. He's in the Labor Department. He's in the Department of Homeland Security.
So this is what you're going to get, okay? Joy Reid got fired for this show right here, all right? Are you guys going to be watching? Let me let him finish, and then we're going to get to a few more clips. Some of Joy Reid's greatest hits.
And nobody seems to give a damn. So that's all I want, somebody to show that they care enough to get off their fat ass and say something about it.
Okay, so I think, you know what? I saw this clip kind of going viral a little bit, and my spidey senses went off. I'm like, something's afoot here. Something's afoot, because normally you don't see him act like this. And then in the beginning, it was like he was already getting ready to try and go viral. So this could have been the precursor or the rollout for the new show. So people have seen this clip, and then when they see those names on the replacement, oh, okay, that'd be the same group that had this viral moment that I liked. Not me, but the normies out there who watch MS13 DNC. So I kind of saw the game from the very beginning. That's why I never really covered that clip, even though I did see it right when that happened. Now, here is an example of what Joy Reid would do by bringing on these guests like AOC, who's got to be the dumbest person in the history of politics. But let's watch.
And we haven't even gotten to Tulsi Gabbard potentially having access to national security information. And Russia loves it, loves her.
And I actually think almost more than Matt Gaetz, Tulsi Gabbard's appointment is devastating. And Tulsi Gabbard's nomination, as much as she says that she's an anti-war person, she's not.
This is what you're watching. And you know what? I say it all the time to the normies, please stop watching television. You're being programmed, you're being brainwashed, and you're not even really getting good content on top of that. Like, if you're going to brainwash me, can I at least enjoy it? Can I at least be entertained? Okay, you're talking about bread and circus, but the bread is still in the circus. The elephant then died right on the stage. Like, I'm not really feeling it too tough.
Yeah. She supports very pro-war individuals,
including
abroad.
In Syria.
And let's be very clear, a Tulsi Gabbard nomination is a pro-war nomination globally.
Okay, so there we go. That is some of the guests that she would have on. Now let's just get a little bit more from the show, and maybe we could get a little bit more context if you didn't have it. We could get a little bit more context as to why her show has been canceled, why she's been fired from the network. Check it out.
We begin our final sprint, having arrived at that point in the election season where basically we on this side of the TV screen have said all we can. We've laid out the stakes in this crucial election, where one side stands for freedom while the other meets the textbook definition of fascism.
Now, they kept doing this fascism over and over and over again. They did that over and over and over again. But then at the, what was that? Jimmy Carter's funeral, you got Barack Obama smiling and hobnobbing and whatnot with President Trump. Must be the world's worst and biggest fascist, huh? If your guy, Barack Obama, is hobnobbing with him at the funeral, and then when Trump comes in, he curtails the power of government, he cuts the government, reduces the scope of the government, and gives more power to the people. Is that fascism? That appears to be the exact opposite of fascism. Part of the reason why you guys suck on mainstream media is because you continue to tell lies to the American people, thinking that we're going to buy it. Obviously, it didn't work. You threw whatever you had at them. You had all the alphabet letter organizations, your MS13 DNC, CNN, CBS, ABC, et cetera, so on and so forth. Yet, you got curb stomped. I'm talking about destroyed. You lost the electoral, and it wasn't close, and the popular vote by 5 million. It wasn't even close. The things you guys are doing are not working. So if you keep doubling down on it, you're going to get more of the same. I think at this point, they just want to push the panel show to be able to get clicks and views. They're not concerned with actually changing the demographics of this nation when it comes to the elections, because they realize that they're kind of out of control. They don't really have control of that anymore. It's not up to them anymore. It's up to us, alternative media, and the people. But let me let her finish, and I'll wrap it on up, put the bow on top.
Namely, a far-right dictatorial regime like Hitler's Germany or Franco's Spain or Mussolini's Italy, but also white-ruled South Africa before Mandela and the black majority took control, or Vladimir Putin's Russia, Viktor Orban's Hungary, or Nicolas Maduro in Venezuela today.
The scaring, the fear tactics, all of that, it just didn't work. You're trying to flash these pictures of scary white men on TV trying to make Americans do what you want them to do. It didn't work. It didn't work. The networks saw that not only did it not work, it didn't make us any money. So why continue to go down this road? Let's bring on the panel, try to have them go viral in these fake moments and just do that. But as I close, I want to say this. As I was saying from the beginning, what you should do is bring on more moderate people. If you really want to have a successful network, if you really want to make change, positive change, then bring on more moderate people. Bringing on these weirdos, these nut jobs, those that are kind of unpleasant to look at, obviously. When you're bringing them on, you're not really going to do anything. You're just going to be losing money, and ultimately, your network will go under. That's what I hope happens. I hope these little propaganda networks just go kaput. That's what I hope. That's my dream. And seeing Joy Reid being canceled might be the first bottle drop, hopefully. And I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your opinion about Joy Reid being fired from MS-13 DNC? Is it about time? Should the whole network go under? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. This is a great day. I hope it signals the end of a lot of your mainstream media outlets and or people. That's what I hope, because they've been doing damage to this country for a long time. They're trying to do more damage, but the American people are so worn out. We're so done with it. It's just not as effective. Unfortunately, you got some normies out there that still watch this stuff. So for their sake, I want the mainstream media to completely go the way of the dodo bird and become extinct. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that is all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.